Hey heroes, Cap here, and it's been exactly 1 week since Jane was released in Marvel's Avengers. We've all had our time to play as her, to see what she's like, to see how different she is from Thor, how similar she is to Thor. So we're going to talk about Jane, break her down, talk about our final thoughts on the newest Avenger that they've added to the game and to the team. Be sure to hit the subscribe and smash that thumbs up as we hit that intro. Now let's start off to some similarities to Thor and the Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. Now the big thing that we're going to notice is on her heroics that we see that she has the same assault and the same support heroics that Thor has. Now these are alright. I don't mind the fact that they're the same because they're such good heroics. Thor has probably some of the best heroics in the game if you ask me. She also has the same signature attack with that hammer spin, which does massive amounts of damage. However, Jane's able to whip it around a little bit faster than Thor. It's one of the differences that they have between the two, but we'll get to differences later. She also carries the same heavy attack as him as she kind of winds up the hammer. You see the lightning coming from it as she smacks it down on the enemies. Now with these, the fighting styles, they're a little similar from these few things. However, there's differences as well. You'll also notice that the Valor scaling is very similar to Thor, pretty much making it a lot. Thor, is easy to get 5-digit heroics at a short amount of time. I believe my Thor's running about 24,000 heroics on him right now, and he's not even power level 175 just yet, so he still has some upgrading to go. Now my Jane, her Valor sits around 78 to 9,000, so similar Valor scaling. Once she gets up to those higher levels, we'll have to see what she'll be like and if I can get my hands on a triple Valor ISO for her. Now let's talk about some of the differences that are between her and Thor. And the biggest one that we'll notice, once again, let's start with the heroics, is her ultimate. Now, I understand. I hear it too. I know. But, if you take that sound away, Underyarn is an amazing heroic. It's fantastic to have Mjolnir kind of fly around. And as Mjolnir hits the enemies, you can have it set up to where there's little electrical explosions coming off of them. It counts as range damage, which means if you have a payload on, you're not only hitting them with Mjolnir, you're hitting them with the payload on the other side, giving them the old 1-2 combo that way. You'll also notice when you're light comboing with Jane Foster that she almost kind of throws the hammer out. The devs said they wanted to show off a more agile side with Jane Foster, as well as one that has a different connection to Mjolnir, one that's more agile, fluid. She kind of throws Mjolnir out and brings it back, almost similar to Captain America and his Brooklyn Brawler, how he throws out the shield and it instantly returns to him. Now another ability that she has is her Overcharge ability that increases her range damage, which is a little different, and it's kind of nice because it gives you that feel that she's thought out to be more of a hybrid character rather than just a melee or range character. It's refreshing to have this ability to go in and not have to focus on one or the other. It's give and take at this point, and you can make a full melee Jane, you can make a full range Jane, but this hybrid ability allows you to really show off all the functionality that Jane Foster carries. Now the biggest difference between Jane and not just Thor, but all the Avengers, I'm going out to say it, is her voice lines. Just some of the things that Jane says that catches you off guard, whether it's her interaction with Cap, whether it's her telling the enemies that you want to try pain, you should try chemo. It's those edgy out there lines that give Jane more of a rugged edge and really showcase who she is and what she's all about. Now, Jane Foster was designed to be an Echo character, so the similarities will outweigh the differences. However, the differences do give you that feeling that it's a breath of fresh air. For those that are familiar with Thor or really like playing as Thor, the similarities may stick out more to you, but the differences I feel are enough for me personally that it feels like a newish character, one that we've grown up or have leveled up and experienced a bit and understand some. Now with Jane, we have that ability to put a fresh spin on it with the push towards hybrid, the push towards more range rather than a lot of us have melee Thors. So it's interesting to see that, and it makes us very excited for more heroes, more content, and we know the next hero they add to the game is not going to be an Echo, a brand new character. So stick around for me when I break that down, try to figure out who the next character is in the coming, hopefully, months, but we'll see as always. As always, heroes, stay amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.